Hey Rose, want to grab a drink?
Your happiest hour of the week starts now.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy because the drinks are on us. Welcome back to Drinks on Us. I'm Riley.
And I'm Rose. We are so happy you joined us for happy hour today. I'm so excited. We have not had a guest in so long, and we have a guest for the Dou crew today.
First guest of 2025, and it's a good one.
It is a good one. This kind of came upon in a very organic matter, and we are really excited about it because we feel like we're getting to know our Dou crew, and we all love jewelry and aesthetics and meaningful things and experiences. And we just felt like Truly Blessed Jewels was a perfect match for the aesthetic and just what we love here with the Dou crew. I'm having a hard time with my words today.
That's okay.
But nonetheless, we have Lisa on for our main segment. She's going to tell us all about Truly Blessed Jewels, how it came to be, some business tips and entrepreneurial tips. And I'm really excited to learn more about the brand. Rye, you've been there before?
Yeah, you guys, like the store is so freaking cute. And honestly, it's kind of like a full circle moment. The fact that the owner of the store is coming on our podcast, crazy.
So crazy. Yes, she has a storefront in Newport and in Scottsdale. And so Riley went to the one in Scottsdale. So I'm excited to get her on and hear more about the brand and all the things. So nonetheless, that's what you guys can expect from our main segment. But before she comes on, Rye, what's in your cup tonight?
Okay, tonight I'm drinking a poppy. I have cherry lime. For some reason, I have so many cherry limeades in my fridge. So Kate and I stocked up at Sam's Club one time, and then Poppy restocked us. Mm-hmm. And I have so many cherry limes, cherry limeade. I like it, but I feel like I need to, I had to pick this one because I have so many. Mm-hmm. But it's good. It's not my favorite, but it's still good. What's in your cup? It looks like a cute color.
Yes, it is a cute color. It's coming to the Happy Hour Club this week. So that's all I'm going to say. It's giving Galentine's. It's giving love. Pink and red and all the Dou crew energy. So yeah, it's really yummy. Not looking as aesthetic now, but nonetheless, what's going on?
What did you do?
It's just not working for the brain. I was going to ask what you did this weekend.
What did I do this weekend?
Right.
Oh my gosh, I had such a fun day on Saturday.
Yes.
I went to Pittsburgh for the day, and I went to one of my really, really good friends' baby showers. It was so fun, and I'm so excited for her baby to get here. It's a girl, so it's just like all the girly vibes and just so much fun.
Wait, do we know the name, but it's a secret?
We know the name. I can tell you after we are filming.
Okay.
Then I got to meet one of our closest friends, Kayla's little baby. Her name's Josephine. She is perfect.
Right. Tell me more.
No, the fact that Kayla gets to be with her every second of the day, I'm so jealous. She's a little baby doll, and she's so good. She just sleeps.
She's teeny.
And Kayla said when she is hungry or needs something, she lets out one little cry, and that's it. She's a perfect baby.
She literally looks like a fake baby doll that you would buy at the store.
Yeah, it's wild. And Kayla, our friend, she's just completely normal. You would never know she had a baby 1 second ago. I know. In awe.
We were FaceTiming her. She was zooming around the house. I said, Kayla.
Yeah. And that's going to be you, Rose. I know it is. You're so active, and I can't wait to see you be a mother.
Bitch, I'm a mother. No drama.
That's going to be you, girly.
That's going to be me. I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed your last post of your recap when you said officially going home with baby fever.
Literally went home with baby fever. The fact that I had to leave baby Josephine was so sad. She's so perfect. I need her.
And because you, that has to be one of the freshest babies you've ever been around.
Yeah.
Because you met Ellie when she was 2-3 months? They're so different then.
I feel like that was the freshest baby I've seen in a minute. You're right.
They're so different. When they're first born, it is the craziest thing because they're so tiny and you're just like in awe that that's like a real thing.
Yeah, I kept saying that. Like, I can't believe how small she was.
Tiny. And that's why I think I was so in awe of like Banks. Even how old was Cosmo when we went to Austin? 2-3 months?
I think like 2.5 or 3.
2.5. But I met Banks before he was a month old, and I met Nora when she was a couple weeks old, and they were so much smaller than when I met Nash because he was a bigger baby. And I was blown away by how tiny they were.
They're so small.
You were in full girl baby heaven though. It was all girl.
So like it was just like such a fun, wholesome day, and like obviously got to be with my friends and watching them become mothers. Like there is nothing like watching your friends become moms. Nothing.
Oh my goodness. I was having major FOMO. I love that you got to piggyback and do like multiple things for your trip. Was the drive home tough? Like were you beat?
Actually it was fine. I am someone who like, I really don't mind driving. And so I just like listen to the podcast, listen to music, call my friends, call my family, and then I'm there. And the drive's not bad. It's under 2 hours. So like obviously in a perfect world, my parents are traveling. And so I would have probably stayed at their house one night if they were in town, but I don't want to stay in their house alone. It's like scary. And True was back here in Ohio. So it made sense just to drive in and out in the day or in a day. And, yeah, it was totally fine.
You had such a fun weekend. I don't really have anything fun to report on. I didn't do much.
I feel like you did something.
Oh, I did do the 4D scan.
Well, yeah, tell us about that.
So Ryan and I went up. I'm not sure if I shared this on the podcast before, but before Ryan and I figured out our care for little baby, we had found this company out of Tampa that's more like an elective out-of-pocket place. And so we would go there. We actually went there to confirm that to confirm the pregnancy, which is so crazy. I remember we did it right before we flew to Louisville because it was right by the Tampa airport.
That's crazy.
And I was just like so nervous because at that point you just don't know what the heck's going on or what's right versus wrong. Anyways, to make a long story short, flash forward however many weeks later, we went back because they do those like 3D, 4D scans where kind of creepy, but like also so fun because you're just so curious about who's in your belly. And you guys know what it is. It's just like an ultrasound that they tried to like emulate or, through their technology, try and give you a glimpse into who and what they're going to look like. I still have a hard time like getting a full grip on, but it's fun. So we did it. We made a little day out of it. We went to one of our favorite coffee places and breakfast spots. And then we walked on Bayshore. Have you ever?
Beautiful.
You know where that is? And we did our appointment and went back. So yeah, I would say that was the highlight of my weekend.
Oh my gosh, such a highlight. And I have to say the baby has your side profile, I think.
So I sent Riley some pictures. I couldn't decide if I wanted to like share them. I would share them to the Dou crew. So maybe I'll like show the Patreon members because I know like that's
special.
The true Dou crew. But that's what the lady doing it said. And then that was immediately what Riley sent after I sent her the picture. So
it's like the cutest little face ever. Like I can't.
It's just weird. It's like that is like in my belly. I don't know. It's like you'd think I would have come to terms with it a little bit, but it's really hard to comprehend.
No, literally when we were with Kayla with her brand new newborn, she's like, I can't believe I had a baby. Like, I feel like it's just like something so like, how are we old enough to have babies now? It's crazy.
I don't know. And we were FaceTiming Kayla. I'm telling the Dou crew. We were all FaceTiming and I didn't know other people had this thought because I think about it all the time that as you like approach the end of your pregnancy, especially those last few weeks, and then you give birth and they're like this little teeny thing, like how you saw Josephine, like that. She was just in Kayla's belly, just chilling, like fully cooked.
Yeah, they're full ready to come out, just like chilling in your belly. It's so special, like the connection. Like, being a mom has to be the best thing ever, right?
Well, I mean, I I can't really fully speak yet.
Yeah, but
I do know so cool. Once I know who was in my belly, it's going to be I'm going to have that much more of a deeper appreciation for this time. Yeah. I think that is one of the, if you will, cons of not knowing who's in your belly, because you don't really know who you're connecting with,
Yeah. You're saying boy or girl.
Yeah. Not finding out the gender. If you know who they are, I feel like you can call them by their name or... But I think it will be that much more special to look back on it. So anyways, sorry guys, we really went down that rabbit hole.
We tend to do that. Did you watch the Grammys?
I didn't. Did you?
I did until I fell asleep. But okay. I have so much to say.
Can you lead the combo and I'll tell you what I have or haven't seen via social?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so first thing, I'm sure you have seen Miss Taylor Swift's outfit.
One of her best ever.
One of her best ever. She looked so good. Her legs were so toned. Her heels were so high.
The heels. It was the heels for me.
Yeah, and she's so tall. But I love that she still chooses to wear those heels because why the heck not, honestly? Mm-hmm. And the chain. At first, I couldn't.
I just my mind immediately when I saw the T was Travis. But then I was oh, it's also Taylor. It could be Taylor. But I love that she has the ability to.
I think it's totally for Travis. And I was trying to explain that to Cade because he was like, no, it's for Taylor. And I was like, no, but you don't understand. She has this song, Guilty as Sin, where she says his name's written on my upper thigh. And I went down this whole thing and he was looking at me like, you were freaking nuts. And I am for Taylor.
Yes, but it was so cute. It was I just
and she was in the Chiefs red.
I know. And it had such a moment. I loved the close up where she had that pink ring on, and then you saw the details of the T, and it I was yes, whoever designed her this. Do you know who the designer was?
It was Vivienne Westwood.
She crushed it.
And I just love that Taylor is dancing to she's supporting everyone who's performing. She's up on her feet dancing to everyone, and I just love that about her. And I don't know if you remember this, a couple months ago, I guess Billie Eilish kind of said a snarky remark about Taylor Swift, not directly saying about Taylor Swift, but you knew it was about Taylor Swift. And Taylor was, of course, dancing her whole performance, supporting her. She's such a girl's girl.
What did she say?
Billie said something along the lines of, I would never do a 3-hour concert. No one wants to hear that. And Taylor does 3-hour concerts and we want to hear it.
No one else does.
Yeah. So just snarky. What's the need, Billie?
What's the need, Billie? I heard Billie got snubbed. Is that a consensus?
Yeah, she was nominated for a lot. Birds of a Feather, I feel definitely should have won something and it didn't. Yeah, I saw her tearing up in some TikToks.
Okay, in the crowd. I did too, but I'm stuff gets so thrown out of context that I didn't know if it was accurate whatsoever.
I didn't see it in real time.
Okay.
But the other thing I wanted to comment on, what are your thoughts on Chappell Roan?
She's not for me.
Cade could not stop talking about her. He's so confused by her.
She's so confusing.
Honestly, so was I. Her clown makeup.
And I didn't see her look though. Was it trad?
Rose, I've got to show you her look. Wait, I'm going to send it to you to get your reaction on the pod. So she showed up in clown makeup and swept Cade off his feet. That's all he could talk about for the rest of the night.
Was it giving me at Raggedy Ann?
It's giving your Raggedy Ann Halloween costume.
Stop.
Honestly, yours was so much cuter though. It made sense because she was a performer and her background dancers were these clowns and it was kind of circusy. So the makeup made sense for that. But then after her performance, she had an outfit change. She had this pointy party hat on 10 feet tall. And then she won, I forget what exactly she won, but she won an award and went up to the stage. And when she was giving her speech, her hat fell off and it was just it was tragic. And then her speech, first of all, she was chomping on her gum the whole time. It was so bad. all I could think was Abby Lee Miller is quaking right now.
Riley, why is that the first thing that came into my mind when you said she was chomping her gum? I almost said Abby Lee was probably having a field day.
Literally, like, it was so bad, Rose.
Wait, did you send it?
No, I'm trying to find a good one. You're going to die. So she had this little book that she was reading the speech off of.
Is she Lady Gaga? Is she Florence and the Machine? Like, who is she who's she trying to be?
I feel like it's giving Lady Gaga energy, and people love her. She's just not like for me, and I don't think she's for you, but people love her. But then for her speech, she's reading off of her journal and saying how that young and like up and coming artists need to be provided healthcare by their record labels, and like going on. And it was just like, there was a time and a place, and I just felt like that wasn't it.
Of all things in your 30 seconds.
Yeah. And it was kind of bizarre, but yeah, that was a standout moment for me.
Also, it was a previous award show that she like really yelled at a cameraman.
Yes, that was the start. Okay, so I like Hot to Go. I like that song. I think it's a bop. Pink Pony Club. It's fun to listen to. I like it. Then I saw that video of her being so mean to the cameraman and acting so entitled, and I was like, oh, no.
That's exactly.
I sent the picture.
Okay, Riley sent it. Okay, here we go. Right.
It's so bad.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, what the actual hell am I looking at?
I know. And like, we're not trying to be mean, but I didn't like the look.
But we're being honest. This is freaking Tragina. What the hell? Okay. My thing is, if you're doing a performance, like everyone else changes. We promise you didn't need that makeup.
You didn't need the makeup. And I like the dress. It's cute. Who told her to wear the hat? And if you're going to wear the hat, why didn't you put in bobby pins and make it stay on your head? Like, it was so distracting.
I would have blown a casket if I saw her hat fall live.
Yeah. It was just interesting. But I mean,
I'm in awe. I can't believe, I wish I could have got a live reaction of Katie. Should have filmed his live commentary.
Oh my gosh. He just like didn't understand.
I don't understand.
So that was that. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to say about the Grammys. It was fun to watch and like very star-studded.
Yeah, I think they're kind of like, not that they left, but I do feel like there was a few lull years around COVID and just the hype. I feel like the big guns are coming back to live shows.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
So nonetheless, I don't even know what the next award show is. I can't keep up, but I did see Sabrina Carpenter's red carpet look was to die for her aesthetic, and she knocked it out of the water.
Yes. Okay. That's another thing I wanted to say. She's so cute and she kills it with her style. Even her performance was so fun and light and silly. They had like a little tap dancing section and it just like made you want to like, I don't know. It was a feel good performance. She's like funny and she incorporates that into her style and her performances. I thought she was so good and she won.
I heard she did win a lot.
But she won for, I'm pretty sure,
Album of the Year? Artist
maybe
of the
it was
year?
album.
We're so bad at recapping.
Yeah. She won for something and her speech was like cute. She's cute. She's so tiny.
So, like, she makes you want to be so feminine and girly.
Yes. And that is who we vibe with. Mm-hmm. And why was she ever dating that rat?
Literally a New York subway rat.
And in what world does he get to have her? The cutest, girliest, prettiest girl.
I know. Someone just said who she should date, and I was so here for it. Now I forget. It was some like tall, hot person that's newly single. I can't remember, but she needs someone like way more in her league. Like, what was she doing?
I don't know. She can get anyone. And I feel like she just has the best personality. Like, she's so cute and funny.
Yeah, I know.
I can only dream of being funny.
You're funny, Rye.
Oh, thanks for saying that.
You are. You don't give yourself credit. You kind of give Sabrina energy. Like you're really girly and feminine.
Oh, wait, thank you. That's such a compliment.
Yeah, and like bows and silk and curls.
Wow, thank you.
Of course. Okay, so anything else we wanted to sip and spill about before we get into what's in our cart?
I don't think so.
Kick us off then.
Okay. I wanted to talk about 2 different clothing items in my cart. One, I found the best quality Pilates or like cute workout or like even just walking sets. The brand is Astoria. And
familiar.
I like feel like I've heard of it, but I've never like gotten anything. And I recently got 2 sets from them, and the quality is amazing. And the sets are so cute. They make you feel so girly, Sabrina Carpenter.
Is that your gingham one? Gingham?
Yes.
Gingham.
That's where that was from.
I'm really loving that pattern right now. I know it's been around, but it feels like it's having a moment.
It is. And the thing I like about the quality is like, so some of my expensive leggings, I'm thinking of honestly like Aloe. They just like don't hug my waist. They like kind of slide down. And I honestly don't even like I'll wear them for athleisure, like running errands, but I don't love working out in them. And these Astoria ones are just like, I don't know, something about them. They hug to your body. They don't slide around.
I love that. What's the price point like in comparison to like a Lulu or Aloe legging?
So they're less expensive than Lulu and Aloe. I remember thinking the price point was like great. I don't know exactly, but more affordable than like your other brands. So yeah, we'll link that because there's so many cute little options and patterns. And then the other weekend when I went shopping, I was in Aerie. And my favorite pair of yoga pants, like flare bottom, are from Aerie. Again, I have a pair from Aloe. The Aerie ones are like so much better.
Do they have the cross?
The crisscross, like high waist, love. And they had them in so many different colors and matching like tank tops, which are going to be so cute for like walking in the summer, just like running errands. So I didn't get any right now because I felt like I didn't need it right now, but I'm definitely going to purchase when the weather's warmer and I can like wear that kind of stuff again. So cute. I'll link
That'll
it.
be a really cute, like even travel fit or like errand outfit.
Yes. The color I had my eye on was like an espresso brown. So cute.
Stop. Now I want it.
Yeah, you should get it.
I really, really need to like slowly, I think I talked about this on the pod, but like change my fabrics of especially my summer stuff here because
it's so hot.
Yeah. And I just have so much cotton and everyone's like, no, like you can't wear, even if it's shorts and stuff, like you just sweat so much. So that kind of material is just like the way to go in the summer. So I think
breathable. Well, what's in your cart?
Okay. So I have a couple things in my cart. One I texted you about this past weekend. You love your brand. So share the brand of magnesium you buy because I forget.
I think it's called Solar Ray.
Solar Ray. I looked at them and they looked really great. Ryan loves Thorne's creatine and he was out. So I had to order him creatine and I'm like, you know what? Like I know the brand. I'm just going to order magnesium. The reason I got magnesium is my midwife had told me to start incorporating at night there's just like a lot of loaded benefits of magnesium and it helps you get comfortable too as you get more uncomfortable. So tonight actually is going to be my first night having it. So I'll report back, but you can get Thorne on Amazon, which is also nice. I don't know. Do you get your Solare? Is that the right?
I didn't get it on Amazon, but it is available on Amazon. I was just going to ask you, don't you sleep so well? So I can't wait to hear your review next week.
I'm excited because I did not want to, and you mentioned this last week or when you talked about it, you didn't want to have to like commit to drinking something with a powder. And so I went for the pill version as well, just because it's I take my prenatals at night just because I remember better. And when I was like a little bit more queasy at the beginning, it was just like nicer to have it right before bed. So I'll just add in my magnesium.
Perfect. You're going to love.
Yeah. So I'll let you guys know next week based on a week of sleeping. The second thing is I flew through my summer Fridays that you got me for my belly.
Aw.
Ran it dry and I love it so much, but I don't think it like another bottle would Like, I don't think I need that big of a bottle.
Yeah.
Which is insane. So I tried this brand I've had my eyes on. It's like a tallow balm. Have you heard like the craze of like beef tallow and just tallow in general? So I was intrigued by it. And this one's like a whipped. It's amazing. Love. The owner of this brand, I came to know them through the Skinny Confidential guest. So
who is it?
It's called Toops & Co.
Don't know
Toops
it.
Co. Like TOUPS. I'll link it. I'm not even sure if they're on Like to Know It, but I just had to tell you guys about it because I actually have a couple. I think I have their body wash on the baby registry just because.
Love.
You know, when you listen to like a Skinny Confidential, you're just sold on.
No, my cart is full after an episode.
Exactly. So I just started trying that. So I, again, like will come back and give more proper review, but that just arrived at my doorstep. Yay. And the last thing is also a Lauren Bostic recommendation. So I used to use Tragic that I used to use these, but these like moisture beads that I would like set in my closet or in my around my shower, and it would collect moisture, and then you would throw that out, and it just kind of helped make sure your clothes didn't get like moldy or damp.
Okay.
Probably so toxic. Like I just knew it was blue.
Blue don't do.
Blue don't do. And Lauren just has these little hanger things that I don't know the mechanism behind it, but it just like grabs the moisture out of any moisture that comes into your closet from your bathroom, because I feel like almost anyone's, not everyone, but a lot of times your closet's right by your shower. Yeah. And her bags will be full of water in a couple months.
Whose bags?
Lauren Bostic.
Oh, like on the hanger?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like her handbags got water.
No. Like these moisture bags. So they came in like a set of 10 or 20 on Amazon.
It's kind of wild.
It is. And our shower and closet are right by one another. And I just wanted to find something that was rather clean, but could make sure, you know. So anyways, I linked it. They haven't made it to my house yet, but I'll report back once they're full.
I'm really excited to hear about that. I wanted to say something when you were talking about tallow.
Okay.
When Cade makes like a big meat on his smoker, he will make our own tallow, like beef tallow from the meat. And the first couple of times he did it, I was like, ew, like, what is that? Like tallow? I just didn't understand. And I was so put off by it. But now I'm like, Cade, we need more of our tallow. Like, I understand what it is.
And you store it in the fridge?
Mm-hmm. You can like cook with it. That's what we use.
It's like a butter.
I low-key want to put it on my face.
No, right.
People are doing that.
Yeah. No, I highly recommend.
I haven't yet, but I'm like so into beef tallow, and Kate's like, oh yeah, now you want it. When before I was like shitting on him.
I can't believe
thought
he
it was
makes
so gross.
it from scratch.
Yeah. So now that I know what beef tallow is, I'm like, cool.
Yes, I know. And so there's so much and so many companies out there doing beef tallow, and it's hard to like know who's doing the true, like, so you have it as good as it gets. Like you have the true right from the source.
I guess so. Yeah. Should we sell it?
I was going to say, I think Kate needs to sell it. Tell them to whip me up a tallow ball and bring it when you come.
I put it in my suitcase. Oh yeah, we're going to see each other so soon. We forgot to touch on that.
Oh yeah. I knew we were going to say something else. Yeah. Did we say that already?
I feel like we briefly mentioned it maybe last week, but this month, because it's now February, which is crazy, I am going to visit Rose for her baby shower. I'm so freaking excited. We're going to have so much fun. So if there's any content you guys want from us for like the Patreon, or I don't know, we're going to be together for, I don't know, the next time I'll see you after this, which is crazy.
Stop. No, you'll do a weekend trip to, I'll see you at Kayla's wedding if I don't see you before then.
Yes.
And you have to meet the baby. You have to come.
You're going to be a mother.
I'm going to be bitch. I'm a mother. No drama.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, let me know, like, can you kind of take us behind the scenes of the tallow experience?
Oh yeah. I can show you guys how we make tallow.
No, like
Kate will live.
I was going to say, like, I'm really into that. So even if no one else cares, I will.
Okay. I'll mark it on my to-do list.
Okay.
Before we get our guest, we want to let you guys know that this episode is brought to you by Armra. If you're an avid Do listener, you know that Rose and I are obsessed with all things health and wellness. We have been taking Armra colostrum for over a year now and truly stand behind all of the health benefits of colostrum. From immunity defense to hair growth to skin radiance, empowering fitness performance, plus so much more. It's such an easy habit to add into your morning routine. I personally love adding the blood orange colostrum into my morning greens. It's like a little treat. We're happy to let you guys know that we've extended our Do code into 2025. Receive 15% off of your first Armra order. Go to tryarmra.com/do15 or enter Do15 to get 15% off of your first order. That's tryarmra.com/do15.
I was dancing along. No, seriously, I can't live without Armra now.
Can't do it.
I didn't tell you guys, after we wrapped filming last week, Ryan came down with the norovirus.
Oh my gosh.
After I said, oh yeah, I'm so healthy on the podcast. Or remember I was saying something?
You said everyone's getting sick.
Yeah, not me.
But that is a true testament to Armra, because you were literally living in the same household, sleeping in the same bed, and you didn't get sick.
I didn't. And I was pounding Armra and I was pounding Ryan with Armra. That sounded so bad.
I'm cracking up. Okay. Go off, queen.
I'm sweating so bad. Oh, guys, I just meant putting a bunch of Armra into his drinks. Come on.
Okay. On that note, I think we should get our guest.
We have to go get her. Let's just stop there.
Today, we are sitting down with Lisa Valenzuela from Truly Blessed Jewels. Hi, Lisa. It's so great to have you.
Hi, girls. How are you?
So excited to have you on the podcast. I know we're going to get to know so much more about you and your amazing brand. We have accumulated some questions that we think our listeners will get from this segment of learning more about you and your company. So we're going to get right into it. Of course, to kick it off, it's only tradition here at Drinks on Us to ask, what do you have in your cup tonight?
My son makes the best hibiscus tea, and I love it. I drink it all the time.
That sounds so refreshing.
Looks amazing. We'll have to incorporate that at a future date, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to kick us off with the first question. So, of course, we just want to know, and our listeners who may not be familiar, what do you want us to know? And tell us a lot about Truly Blessed Jewels. What is the inspiration behind the name of your brand, as well as just the aesthetic and overall vibe that you've created with the brand?
Sure. My journey is a long journey. I'm obviously older. Back in my day, we didn't have Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. I think it was MySpace. I started creating jewelry as a stress reliever. I wore it to work. People wanted it. And I immediately plugged into, we didn't have farmers markets. We had shows. So I started selling. It filled a void for me. It was like an acceptance, like people loved it. They wanted more of it. And that really, really gave me the energy and the idea that if I could make this work, I'd be able to stay home with my kids. I've always been in corporate. I was at, it was a beautiful oceanfront restaurant in Long Beach, California. And one day I was in a director's meeting, and I was speaking my truth. I was speaking some ideas to the team, and my director put his finger in my face. And that just changed everything for me. I decided no one's going to put baby in a corner. And I worked really, really, really hard to start really taking this jewelry thing seriously. So I connected with a bunch of my vendors, and they led me in the right direction. I actually worked for one of them for several years. So I was really, really in the industry. I knew how all the different kinds of chains and jump rings, and I was able to just let my creativity shine at my place of business with my boss, who was one of the chain manufacturers. And I branched off eventually and quit my job, my full-time job. And at that time, farmers markets were around. So I was able to do farmers markets. I met a lovely lady who introduced me to Abbot Kinney in Venice Beach, one of the most sought after streets in America. Tons of paparazzi, tons of celebrities. I was there for 8 years. I got to sell to One Republic. I got to dress Kristen Stewart. She had some of our jewelry back in the day. We got asked to be on the Baby Daddy show back in the day. I can't remember her last name, but the girl was on Disney, Chelsea. I can't remember her name, but we were able to be on the Baby Daddy show. And it just took off from there. My husband 8 years ago got asked to move to Arizona. I had no clue about Arizona. I said, how is this going to work? I'm used to the water. And we packed up and came to Arizona. I did a lot of networking. I am not afraid to talk to people. You don't get anywhere in life if you don't ask and introduce yourself. So I quickly plugged in here. I ended up working with one of the local hotels, and we did a pop-up at the Scott in Scottsdale. And very quickly, I saw the same thing I saw in Venice Beach. It was tourism, high volume, and people just wanted the jewelry. And they had put us in this little corner next to a bathroom, and we sold so much that night. I'm like, if we could sell by a bathroom, we could sell anywhere. So I hired my first team member 6 years ago here in Arizona. She did our social media and then quickly stepped into marketing. And then we opened up our first storefront 4 years ago here. A year into that, we blew up mega viral on both platforms, on TikTok and on Instagram. We have videos today that are 30 million, 27 million, 15 million. And it was wild. We had lines out the door. It was just me doing the permanent jewelry welding experience at the time. And we grew from a team of 3 years ago, from a team of 5 to a team of 34 girls now. I've been in business for a total of 20 years. My journey's long, but we opened up our second location this November in Balboa, Newport Beach, California, which is back home, and a little bit of me back home. And that's kind of it. It has been a hustle. It has been wild. I have cried. I have celebrated. It's been beautiful. So that's a little bit of my story.
It's so amazing because a lot of our listeners will write in. We have advice segments about wanting to go after something or being afraid to do something bold. And I think your story is so inspiring because sometimes you hear about these like quick jumps that they just like went viral immediately. Yes. And it's so awesome that instance of course, at the time, the instance with your old job happened that like really forced you into like, let me go all in on this. And now I'm sure you're so happy that moment happened, because if it didn't, you might not have never pursued it how you did now. Yes. Before we move on to the next question, I just have like a little piggyback. What do you feel like if you were to try to explain the aesthetic or feeling of your brand in just like a few words or a sentence, what would you want people to feel?
I would say our brand is very chic. It is very luxe, but it is affordable. We want people to look good and to connect with the brand. It's very clean. We don't do pinks, purples, reds, or wild colors, but we are tan, black, and white, and that's kind of been our thing. We've really never strayed from that, and it's worked for us. But it just gives an elevated vibe to your style.
I love that.
I absolutely love your brand and the way you described it. I was actually in Scottsdale for spring training. This was a few years ago now, and I happened to stumble upon your storefront, Truly Blessed Jewels, my absolute favorite pair of gold earrings are from your store. And just like walking in there, it's so inviting. Like I couldn't pass it up. It just like calls your name, the aesthetics, the gold jewelry, it's just so, I feel like Rose, all of our listeners would just like thrive. It's just, it's so us.
Yes. It's jewelry. I always say is like an art. It doesn't matter how you wear it. There's no rules. And we've done a really great job of curating trends, but also things that are specific to us, because we've learned throughout the 20 years, if you look like someone that's doing the same thing you are, it just doesn't make sense. So we try to separate ourselves and constantly shift our designs or shift our inventory, because we want to be, we know our community. So it's very important for us to know that and to offer those beautiful pieces and services underneath our brand.
Absolutely. So how did you find your passion for creating jewelry?
So back in the day, we struggled a lot financially, my husband and I, and it was a very, very stressful time. My grandmother crocheted for years. I was always really good at sketching and drawing, and I needed to move my hands. And I literally just taught myself. We didn't have YouTube. It was just picking up jewels at Michael's and throwing them on the dining room table. And it was like magic. I feel like God has his hand over my life at all times. And I feel that he has really given me a gift, and I need to really, with my team, I took that gift and I showed the team, if I can do it, you can do it. So we all, are very qualified designers. We're just not putting stuff together because our next door neighbor's doing it and it's making them money. We really all have a buy-in to the brand. They're like my daughters, and we call it a sisterhood. And it's literally just filled that void, like I said earlier, the designing, and hearing somebody walk away saying, "Oh my God, we have to come back," or this is that place we saw on TikTok. And we've done a really good job with really extending our community and making them feel like they're part of it when they walk in the door. So it's such a blessing.
I love that. I think that's so special because like you have such a passion behind it. It was like a therapeutic outlet, my goodness. And now it's turned into this crazy successful brand. Like that's just so awesome that your passion is also like a hobby of yours.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Yep. I'm going to ask the next question. So what does this brand mean to you? Obviously, I know you kind of answered that roughly already, but how do you feel like you also kind of answered this already, but emulate that to your customers? Because I do feel like you have such a feeling, and people feel that whether it be on social media, like Riley had walking just past your storefront. So maybe just echo off of that a little.
Sure. We're actually going through a transition right now, and I sat down with our marketing team to explain, when we started, when my marketing director started with me 6 years ago, it was a very Pinterest feeling. It's like, the aesthetic, looking like that Pinterest girl. But we've gotten older. She's having a baby now, and we have a team that is different age groups now. Back home in Balboa, the girls are a little older than some of our girls here in Scottsdale. I said, we really need to showcase a transformation campaign about how the jewelry transforms not only the girls that look like you, but the girls that look like my size or my age. And it really looped back to when I had that finger put in my face. It really just, I don't want people to feel that because they're at their body type now or at their age now that you can't change that or you can't feel something when you put on the jewelry, because the jewelry is like the little cherry on top of the cake. It just finishes it and it makes you feel something. It makes you feel good, and people notice your jewelry and they stop you, and then you're like, oh my God, the purchase was perfect. They love it. I love it. It made me feel something, and it makes them come back when they feel affirmed, by someone complimenting their jewelry. So our goal is to get TBJ on even more customers, whether that's women, men, children. It through our signature line and through our permanent jewelry experience. That has been such an amazing thing to watch. People are coming in to celebrate sometimes deaths. Sometimes like, oh, my son died and I want to get an engraved piece and then get the permanent jewelry with my daughter, or a baby announcement, or the grandmother that just wants to connect with her grandchildren. So it's really changed our lives, and it's a personal experience. And those lead into our social content because we've had so many stories. We're like bartenders. People tell us everything. And it's really emotional sometimes, but it's also a beautiful thing. So yeah, that's a little bit of how I feel we are here to show people that jewelry is for all. And again, there's no rules to that.
I absolutely love how your jewelry is so unique. You can personalize it. And I think it's so special. Like you said, someone complimenting a piece of jewelry that you like have something, a personal connection to, whether it's engraved or whether it's just a one-off piece. It's so awesome. It's not like anything else. And it really sets you apart. We're such accessory and jewelry girls here. So like we're resonating with you.
I love it. I know. I think I've got like 3 on right now.
Your stack is so cute.
Thank you.
So like I was saying before, I've been to the Scottsdale location. It is amazing. The aesthetics, it's just like, I want to live inside your store, but tell us more about that as well as your new Newport Beach location.
Sure. If you think Scottsdale is good, Newport Beach is a whole nother experience. It is very European-like. We've got wood beams. We're steps away from the water, which is amazing. I don't know if you've ever been down to Balboa, but it's like a little Hallmark street. It's like Hallmark, the lights and all the different little boutiques. It's like Scottsdale. It's like Fifth Ave, but it's very quaint. And we launched in November, and the smell of the store, you get to smell some of that ocean breeze. I've been going back and forth since September, building the store out and training. I just got back this weekend. It's hard to come back here now. I'm like, I want to live in Newport Beach. But my testimony, just to kind of loop everything in, is making waves in the desert. So it's so ironic that I moved to the desert and now I got to go back. And what that means is how do you make waves in the most unlikely place? Because you're going to be challenged your whole life. So I get choked up. So making waves in the desert is being able to make it in any circumstance. So that's what I stand by every time. So it's nice to have a little bit of me back home, but it's also hard because I'm not here to just pop open in every state. I really connect with my team, and it's hard leaving them because they cry. They're like, we wish you were here. We're watching you guys on social over there, and we want to be, it's been so hard, but they're a great group of girls, same as Scottsdale. And it's been awesome to grow the sisterhood. But I want to make sure I give them the same amount of love as I do my Scottsdale team. So the store, I made sure it was beautiful and it felt like home. And every customer comes in and they're like, where'd you get your mirror from? Where are these chairs from? We have a completely, it looks the same, but the aesthetic is a little bit more boho, in a chic way. So, it's beautiful.
Oh, that gives me chills, making waves in the desert. I absolutely love that. I feel like that's something everyone can take away from this. That's amazing.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. And I think that Riley and I need to go out to Newport Beach. It sounds like a place we have to go. And
you need to tell me when they're there and I'll hook you guys up. And you could have dinner on the street and then get jewelry and then walk 2 seconds to the water. It's amazing.
Sounds like a dream day.
Literally, Girls Trip is calling our name. I did want to ask, while we're speaking on the storefronts, if someone isn't there in person, do you recommend they shop online or go to your socials? How do you recommend they browse all of your collection?
Yes, I did want to add really quick. Truly Blessed Jewels in Scottsdale now has engraving, piercing, signature jewelry, charm bar, and the permanent jewelry. Oh, piercing, ear piercing. We're open and launching piercing hopefully in March in Balboa as well. So if they can't see us in person, we have online our online platform, or a lot of people just message us through social when they see a social post a picture of something and they're like, I want that, invoice me. So we can do it through DMs as well. We're pretty accessible. If somebody wants to design something, a thumbprint that they have from their dog or their grandmother, they send us a picture in our DM through our social media platforms, and then we just create it, invoice it, and then we ship it to them. And we do a lot of pop-ups too. So we're popping up everywhere in LA and here in Scottsdale.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
Yes.
I love that. If someone lives on the East Coast or, can't get over there, that they can still fall in love with your jewelry and create it. Because a lot of times you can maybe do just what is not customized. It's awesome that you guys allow customization online as well.
Yep. It's we're here to make everybody, we want everybody in Truly Blessed Jewels.
It's amazing. And I know our listeners are going to fall in love with it. So we wanted to hear a little bit more about your after hours community event series that you're starting. I know this is something a little bit more new, but tell us about that.
Yes, I've been working on it for 2 years, and I needed a bigger team to kind of make it happen. So I was so excited to bring on Courtney. She's one of my right-hand girls. She is our brand development director. So I had been talking to her about it. She's like, hey, let's just make this happen. Like, let's get a group of people together that are business owners, not specifically women, just business owners. And we can build a networking group within our own that we can share our platform with, and we can share theirs. They can we have a magazine that we created, so we'd love to feature some of those people in our magazine. But we always caught ourselves saying, like, God, who do we know that does t-shirts? Who do we know that does photography? Can you look that up? And I'm like, oh my God, let's just get everyone together in a room and create a preferred vendor list and share it with our customers, and they can share our information with them and make it a big old party. I did notice a couple of the networking motivational speaking type events we went to. It was very one-sided mentality. It's always just do it. Oh, it's going to be fine, and just do it. But I'm like, girl, you need a plan. We need to tell people they need a plan, and we got to get them excited for failure because it happens every day. And we need to tell them all the things. So it's just an opportunity for me to share my story. I tell people, you're going to fall, and you're going to get up, and you're going to fall twice again, and you're going to have to get up. But there's just a lot of, I think social media has made entrepreneurship it's fun and easy, like Fast and Furious, but it's literally it's a lot of learning lessons. And that's what I want this after hours to be, is for us to be able to share from different point of views, like how they run their business, what are some things that they can share with the community. There's a lot of new brands that are signed up for this next event, and we are just excited to share the platform and grow it out even more. But we've got a DJ coming. We've got some food. We have pop-up vendors inside of it this time. And we wanted, again, for these young entrepreneurs that look up to me and to other brands, for us to support them by buying their products as well that night, and to be able to show them on social and just share a great night of talking about business at a raw and real level. So all I hear is that it's fun and just do it. Who cares? And I'm like, no, you have to care. You have to fall, and you have to have a plan. So we just want to make sure we give, information for people to succeed. So.
Yes, we are so extremely type A, Rose and I. And so we resonate so hard with having a plan, but also realizing that you're going to fall and get back up.
Yes.
But honestly, It sounds like you are the girl to know. Like, you just are getting everyone together, and that is amazing. I feel like that's the way to do it. Like, just not having it be a competition, like work together and know each other and lean on each other. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're just blessed, I guess, because we hear this all the time. Lisa, you've brought so many people. Three years ago when we blew up, I feel like we brought people to Arizona. It was insane. Yeah. People were like, oh my God, the stores have been busier. And I blew up I didn't create the permanent door experience, but I blew it up. And we did that because we made it funny. We did, there was a video we did with all the customers looking in the window, and it was, we played the song, I Always Feel Like Somebody's Watching Me. Mm-hmm. And my social media manager at the time was so funny. She said, we look like a bunch of zoo animals. So it was controversial and it blew up, and it's one of our biggest videos. But I think 3 years ago, right after COVID, we showed women and all the other entrepreneurs, like, you can do something that's an activity if you happen to be in a very touristy town and succeed. But there has to be strategy. I duplicated my Venice Beach location in Scottsdale. I didn't just go open up randomly somewhere. So it had to have that high volume foot traffic that we had on the street over there. And Scottsdale had that. So it's strategy. It's having, looking up to people that have actually done the things. I have learned early on to not talk to people that haven't experienced what you're going through, because it will really bring you down if they don't know how to answer your questions. They have no idea how to answer. They're just like, why are you doing this? You're crying every night. I don't know how to answer this. And it's like, you have to talk to people that have experienced it and have succeeded, or you failed, to put you in the right direction. So that's what these events are for, is to get people in the right direction and to stop talking to their family that have no clue and bring them down. And why aren't you in a 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Who would ever thought that I would be where we're at today? And it blows my mind. I feel like I won the lottery every day.
I love that.
It's so inspiring, and you're there because you work so hard, and it's amazing. And I feel like this is really showing people, like Rose said earlier, that they can do that scary thing, or they can do whatever they put their mind to, really.
Yes. Yeah. You can, when you have a great team behind you. And that's, again, what we're teaching, is that I always tell, and I say this all the time, this isn't just me and my husband, it's me and my girls. And I say that every interview I do, everywhere we go, it's me and my team, because you can't do everything, and you got to hand off the things you can't do to succeed. And I've been blessed. I've had some hiccups, but we've had such a great team to help us execute and to scale up. And it's scary, but we are at a point right now where we're actually growing more people on the team. But it's a teamwork. It's not just me. And I love to share that with everyone. I love my girls so much. So
that's amazing. I am just so happy that we got to know a little bit more about the heart behind Truly Blessed Jewels. Before we end our interview with you, I know everybody can find you on social media, the web, as well as the website, Truly Blessed Jewels. But is there anything you want to leave the listeners with before we close out the interview, whether it is at whatever you want? We want you to have the last word.
Yes. Yes. If I can do it, anyone can do it. But you have to have that team behind you. And I always tell my young mentees, don't be looking to the left and right to do exactly what they're doing. That's not how you stand out. You stand up by showing up to prom in a different dress. It is very embarrassing to show up to prom in the same dress. So that's always my business advice. It's easy to, I call them copy and pasters. You go on Pinterest and you cut and paste. No, that's not what I'm looking for. We want you to feel that heart to hustle when you create something, that it's something you did. And that's, going back to your question earlier, the passion behind it was finding, because again, I didn't have social media. When I did my designs, it truly was something I loved. Like, we couldn't just pull up the, social media and be like, what is everyone doing? Let's do that. Let's do this. It really was strategizing and doing things that I truly loved. And I think that's what's kind of separated us along the way. We're not here to be fast and the furious. We're here to make a long-lasting community, and to give back, and to be able to mentor girls so they don't have to go through what I did in meetings when I was younger. So I truly love what I do. The name speaks for itself. And I feel like I just want to continue to just be in the random places that I am, and have people walk up to me and say, "Are you Truly Blessed Jewels? I have your jewelry on." I was just at Sephora the other day, and one of the girls walked up. She's like, "You're Lisa, you're the owner." I said, "Yeah." She's like, "I have your jewelry on." And I'm like, "Oh my God," it gave me chills. I'm like, that is amazing. So yeah, I just want to be an inspiration to all. People get stuck in listening to society about, you can only make it if you're this, and you can only make it if you're that. It's literally just hustle. Things take time. And if you like throwing things to a wall to see if they stick, that's you. I think you just need to get a good group of girls around you to support you, and anything could happen. So I'm here because of, yes, I started it, but I'm also growing and blowing up because we have such a strong team. So yeah, that's it.
You're amazing. Oh my goodness. I loved hearing from you, and you're so inspiring. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing your wisdom and a little bit more about your brand. It's been so awesome.
Thank you, girls. I know I'm so excited to have this opportunity, and I want you guys to come in. I'm going to do something. My team's going to kill me. I was texting my manager earlier. I'm going to give you guys a coupon code for your followers. We're going to do, what did I tell her? We are, I know. Oh, where'd it go?
This is amazing.
we're going to do a drinks on us, DOU code 30. So they'll get 30% off, and it'll be online and in store. And I just want you girls to spread the word and look great in it. And I'm actually going to gift you guys something. We need to get your address, and I'm going to send it to you guys. And I just, again, I'm so honored to be here and to get to meet with you guys.
It's like Christmas. So,
yes.
This is like the best day ever. I'm freaking out. Thank you so much. You guys, you heard it from Lisa first. Do 30. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You guys, cheers to our drinks.
Cheers. Cheers to truly blessed.
Yes, blessed afternoon.
Thank you.
That was so much fun. Lisa is just the best, and I cannot believe she gave us a code live on air. That was so nice.
I know. You heard it here first, Dou Crew. We are getting 30% off, and we'll make sure to put all the details and links and socials and all that in the description, however you're watching the show. But I cannot wait to shop around. I feel like kind of like it's Christmas. I know I said that with her, but seriously, what a treat.
What a treat. The Dou Crew is going to be dripping in gold and the best jewelry. So with that said, we have one more thing to get through this episode. Let's get into Girls Room. This is our advice segment. It's anonymous. People write in. We're going to do 2 submissions today. I feel like our episode's getting lengthy.
Yeah. We got to go.
Okay. First one. Hi, ladies. I have been enjoying watching your friendship grow and progress over the years. This brings me to my question of how do you handle when a friendship starts to end? An incredibly close friend of mine who I have been best friends with since 2011, we are both 31 now, has completely blindsided and hasn't spoken to me since we have slightly different opinions on certain topics lately. I am not one to argue with someone who disagrees with me. I mostly brush it off and agree to disagree. But she does not feel that way and has completely ignored me and seems as though our friendship has ended. How would you both handle this? I am completely heartbroken as we were so close and she was in my wedding and my husband and I were just in her wedding in October. Any advice would be amazing. This is really sad. And just, it's hard to give advice because it sounds like you want to make it work. And although you might have different opinions, you can still be friends, but she doesn't see it that way, which is so tough.
It's so hard. And I would say if there's any more attempts at a communication that you're comfortable with, go for it. You're not going to regret being the bigger person. But at the end of the day, it's so sad and such like a hard reality to face. But sometimes situations like this happen and conversations or opinions come up because like that friendship was just meant to go to that point of your life, like for that season. And it's a shame that she's kind of choosing to let something that you think was more special go. So you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt that that's unfortunately, as hard as that is, which is just going to require like praying, blessing, releasing, that was worth ending a friendship for her, kind of shows that girl's true colors.
It shows the girl's true colors. And I agree with what you said, Rose, like maybe trying to reach out again, be the bigger person, because clearly like you're so hurt. She was your really good friend. You were in each other's weddings. So yeah, I can't imagine ending a friendship. Like, I don't know. I can't relate.
I can't relate either. I think Riley and I like lean towards trying to put ourselves in your shoes. So that's why we suggest just even swallowing your pride if you can anymore, just to like see if there's anything left. What's so funny?
Nothing. I was just thinking about pounding Ryan.
Oh my God. Stop.
Sorry. I can't. That was so funny.
Leave it in the past. You guys all better get Armra. It does some crazy things.
Okay. I hope we gave you good advice. And I'm sorry about your friend. That really is so hard.
Me too.
Okay. Next one. Hi, ladies. Love the pod. Sorry, this is long. Okay. This question is new. And I don't think we've ever spoken about this on the pod. Bad neighbors. My husband and I got a new neighbor a few months ago right next door. And she is the worst. Oh. We live in an HOA townhouse community. She's are you laughing at me? Townhouse. Okay. She's newly divorced in her 60s. When When she first moved in, she knocked on our door and asked me if my husband was home, as her car would not start. My husband jump-started her car, and the next thing I know, I look outside and he's putting air in her tires too because those were flat. Whatever, nice deed. Well, now she's relying on us too much. A few weeks ago, she rung the doorbell again and asked my husband to set up her internet. He did set it up, but it was kind of insane that she asked. We also noticed she never puts her trash out on garbage day. Well, my husband caught her on the Ring camera putting her trash in our trash can once my husband and I are both at work. We have to pay for waste management, and she's clearly not paying and using our trash can. Also, she never puts her dog on a leash. Her dog is unable to listen to her commands and came up to my dog the other day. My dog does not do well with other dogs, and I asked her to keep her dog on a leash. Well, now the dog's on a leash, but she doesn't hold the leash. Finally, she leaves her front door and garage open at all times of the day, even when she's not home. Night, morning, dead of winter. My husband says it's like she wants to get robbed. What do we do? I'm not one to tell on others, and although one side of me thinks she is newly divorced and getting back on her feet, another side of me thinks this is totally ridiculous. She's clearly used us as neighbors, and although we were trying to be nice, now we are so over it. This is awful, and I feel like this woman is going to... What's so funny?
I thought of your old neighbor.
Wait, Rose, why did I think of my old neighbor too?
With the dog?
Wait, what neighbor with the dog? On the Ring camera? Yeah. Oh, I was thinking of it. I lived in a crazy place before.
You really didn't, though. You just caught the craziest situation.
My old neighborhood was also a townhome HOA community. And like the houses are so close together. And you just catch the absolute craziest things on your Ring doorbell. I swear. But we had this situation that you're explaining is way worse than ours. But like we had kind of a neighbor who would kind of use, like Cade was doing stuff for her all the time. Mm-hmm. And what I was going to say is this woman is going to keep taking from you and keep asking you. Like she's not going to let up unless you set the boundaries, which you sound like extremely nice and lovely people. Like that's going to be hard to say no. But she clearly has no boundaries and it's ridiculous. The trash can thing would set me over.
I was going to say that would have been my breaking point, the trash. I am assuming they never called her out for the trash.
I'm assuming no.
Yeah. So advice on what to do, because this is absolutely insane.
I know you don't want to tattletale, but I would say something about the trash because like that's your property. You're paying for that. And you can say like, we saw her on her Ring doorbell and she doesn't have to necessarily know it was you that told. The HOA could just say, hey ma'am, like you need to get a trash company.
Yeah. Like, do you think she like went through something tough?
The divorce.
A divorce. It was divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay.
She seems really chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
Next time she asks you something, like you just got to be like, I'm sorry, like we're busy. She needs to figure it out.
I was going to say, you have to send the message, like not that you have to be disrespectful, but just that there's a boundary and we're not just here at your beck and call and you can't like take advantage of us. Like you're willing to let some things roll over your shoulder would be my advice, because it's just sometimes it's just not worth it. But I do think you have to set a boundary, or to Riley's point, it's just going to be like unpleasant to be in your neighborhood, and that's not fair. Like you're paying so much money to be in this neighborhood, you know?
Right. And like you don't want to have to worry about going outside and like running into her and her asking. It's just you've got to set the boundaries now. She is totally taking advantage, like you said, Rose.
I agree. Sorry, that stinks.
Yeah, give us an update. I hope she closes her garage too.
Yeah, what is up with that?
That's so weird.
I would never.
Yeah, very bizarre behavior.
So weird.
Well, give us an update if you say something to her, for you, whatever you decide. We want to know. Mm-hmm. But I think that concludes our happy hour. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with us. We hope you enjoyed this episode. I feel like it was so fun. We laughed. We learned from Lisa. We had such a great time.
We did.
So as always, feel free to like, subscribe, join the Patreon, share this podcast, all the things.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's a great time to join the after party. I was going to say after hours because I'm getting our guest terms together, because we're going to have some really awesome in-person Rose and Rye content this month together. So anyways, cheers to Truly Blessed Jules and just all the good things that we discussed and learned in this episode. Cheersing to that. And of course, guys, we will see you same time, same place next week. And we love you.
Love ya. Bye.
Bye.